Hello everyone and welcome to, I think I started a bit early, but I'll start again. Hello everyone, welcome to another UFC review. This is for the Ultra Fight Season 25 live finale, with the main event being headed by Michael Johnson and the newcomer named Justin Gaethje. For a brand new fighter to be headlining a pay-per-view event for the UFC is actually pretty huge, but obviously we say that for later. Obviously on this card we also have the Ultra Fight Season 25 finalists, Dhiego, Lima and Jesse Taylor going at it for their fight. So, yeah, not really much else to say. Let's actually get into the card, starting with the prelims. So the first fight was TJ the Tiny Tornado Torres. I just love saying that every time because of the alliteration, against Juliana Lima, who I don't believe is related to Dhiego, but I'm going to quickly look that up. No, I don't think she is. Anyway, the fight was fairly back and forth in round one, but I definitely gave the advantage to Torres because she had better wrestling. Then in round two, just before the first minute ended of round two, she managed to snap a really good rear naked choke in and just finished with that. It was really, really good. And I also did learn the fact that she had Raquel Pennington in the corner. I had no idea that Raquel Pennington and Tisha Torres were in a relationship. And I think that's just really, really nice. You know, I knew Raquel Pennington was a lesbian. I didn't know Tisha was, but it doesn't shock me, I guess. It's just really, really nice to see that, you know. The only UFC couple I can think of besides Sam Alvey and his wife, whose name I think is Kerry, I don't really remember. But yeah, nice to have couples in the UFC. You know, you've got yourself and you've got your other off backing. It was just really, really nice. So yeah, we're gonna move on to the next fight before I get too sloppy. Next up was a pretty entertaining fight between Ed Herman and CB Dollaway. Dollaway won by unanimous decision. It was fairly back and forth, especially in round one, with Ed Herman landing a really big right hand kind of early on. He did wind up guessing himself out sooner than I would have liked. It's especially kind of surprising to me because Ed Herman is really good and really underrated, and this is his first fight in over a year and a half because he last fought I want to say December, November-ish, 2015. But he's really, really good, and but yeah, not fought in Dollaway. You know, he's also good. It was a really decent back and forth fight, a lot of really good exchanges, really good ground takedown wrestling, really, really good stuff. You know, wasn't a great fight, but it had everything there, and it was solid. So you know, can't really fault that. Next up is a fight between two of the TUF competitors. These were the two semi-finalists who lost their spots by getting beaten by Lima and Jesse Taylor, who would then go on to fight in the finale, which I'll get to in a little while. Tom Gaethje against James Krause. Oh god. If it's not obvious, James Krause won. I have no problem with that. I like James Krause. He's a great fighter. But Toothless Tom. What are we going to do about Toothless Tom? I love him. I really do. I love him. He's amazing. He's an endearing fighter. He's a hard-working man. He's like Daniel Bryan in a way, you know? He's a plucky underdog that you just can't help but cheer for. It didn't really help that he himself said that if he didn't win the UFC, he probably wouldn't fight again. I want to see him fight again, hopefully in the UFC. I just really want him to stay. I really like him. I really do. But you know what? It was a good back and forth fight. Obviously, James Krause had the advantage pretty much everywhere. He won fair and square. I can't fault that. He landed some really good head kicks as well, did Krause. So, yeah. And we're going to move on to the last fight of the prelims now. So next up we have the prelim main event, as I often like to call it, even though I think that's the first time I've ever called it that in a video. Angela Hill returning against Ashley Yoder, who was on season 24 of The Ultimate Fighter. On team... pardon me. She wasn't on that team. I just had the burps. On team, I want to say Claudia? I think she was on team Claudia. Anyway, she did well, but Angela Hill did wind up getting the win by a decision. So did James Krause over Tom Galicchio if I didn't make that clear. Yeah, it was a really, really good showing for Angela Hill. She showed way better striking than I remember seeing, because in the past few fights I did see her in, like before she was released, she has good striking. Well, she had good striking. There we go. And it's improved a lot, and she's also gotten more of a ground game, even though Ashley Yoda, sticking to his nickname of Spider Monkey, did really hang on for some of the takedowns. She did really, really well in getting the fight to the ground, but Angela Hill did eventually win. Well deserved. You know, really good fight, decent way to cap things off on the prelim card. Nothing wrong with it. Next up is two fighters who I think I've heard of both of them, but I've only seen one of them fight. Jordan Johnson against Marcel Fortuna, who I think Fortuna is the one I've seen fight. And yeah, it was a good way to kick things off. Johnson won by unanimous decision. Uh, Back and forth fight. A lot of really good stand up. A lot of really good boxing from Johnson as well. I think if he'd stuck to his combos, he probably would have gotten a finish, maybe. But he didn't do bad. And also, I just remembered, Tisha Torres did get performance that night for a submission win over Juliana Lima. So that's a good thing. But yeah, back to the Johnson Fortune fight. It was good. You know, like the Yoda and Hill fight, it was Yoda. Like the previous fight, it was good. It wasn't overly fantastic, but it ticked all the right boxes. It did what it needed to do. And it was a really good way to kick things off on the main card. So there you go. Next up is a fight that I think should have been better than it actually was. It wasn't terrible, but like the rest of the card, it's just kind of been middle of the road, slightly above average. Elias Theodorou versus Brett Tavares. It was a good fight. I like them both a lot, and Elias Theodorou, as we all know, has the best hair in the UFC and is probably the best looking guy right now. Damn, those Canadians. Those sexy, sexy Canadians. Anyway, Tavares did win by, I think it was unanimous, was it? Yeah, it was unanimous decision. It was, you know, like the other ones, it was a fairly back and forth fight. They both really did well. They both fought well for themselves, and to be honest, Theodore is not going to suffer from this. Like, he's got a really good record in the UFC, like 5-2. That's not bad. And Brad Tavares, like, you know, also he's not going to. I was going to say he's not going to suffer, but he's the one who won. So yeah, he just proves that he can move up and how much of an underrated fighter he is. So really, really good showing from both of them. Not much else I can say. Next up, we have another one of the three finishes that did happen on the card. With Jared Cannonier taking on and taking out Nick Roerick in the third round. The fight was pretty much all Cannonier. Like, this was Roerick's debut on 3 days' notice, no less, I will point out. Also, I believe... Yeah, it was the same for Cannonier as well. It was a light heavyweight fight. They both managed to make weight somehow within that very short span. I think they might have been training for different people. I'll have to give a mooch to this. Hang on. See Okay, Steve Bossy was supposed to fight Jared Cannonier. However, Bossy was removed from the fight, and he was replaced by Nick Boric. Okay, so Nick Boric was the one on short notice. So no wonder he lost then. But yeah, like, it was pretty much all stand-up, and all that stand-up belonged to Cannonier. Nick did do some good recoveries. He landed some good back shots of his own, but not really enough to foul Cannonier like Cannonier did to Roerick. He eventually managed to finish him with a TKO victory in the third round. It was a really good showing from Cannonier, who I haven't really seen fight before, I don't think, or at least it's been a while. I've heard of him. Like, I've heard how good he is, but yeah, I mean, he did well, so I really can't fault that. And Nick Roerick didn't do so well, but he could get another shot, so yeah, we'll wait and see what happens with him. I think I said one of three finishes there, I meant to say four. Anyway, next one. Mark DeCasey against Drakkar Klose. By next one, I mean next one on the card. Really, really good fight. Almost got fight of the night for me personally. It was a really enjoyable fight. There was a lot of really great back and forth action. DeCasey is one of the best to come out of Britain in a while, and Drakkar Klose is amazing. But as we learn at the end of the fight, he's a bit of a douchebag winner. He won by split decision, Klose did. And he really tried getting into Casey's face. I mean, I understand there was a lot of back and forth trash talk, a lot of heat between the two before the fight started. They didn't even touch Klose at the beginning. that proves that there's a rivalry there. But Dhiego really fucking went off when he was announced as the winner by split decision, you know? Like, he narrowly won it. I do think he did win it by split decision, though. Like, I don't think it was a unanimous wash, and I think Gaethje did enough to take a round, not all of them. Also, the leg kicks of Dhiego, like, he knocked down Gaethje twice, first in round 1, then in round 2. Really, really good stuff from him. So, yeah, and Gaethje was limping back to his corner on both occasions. So it was a really, really good round for Gaethje, but obviously he didn't do enough, and Dhiego managed to get the win. I got no problem with that. I got no problem with the result either. It was really, really good. Really close back and forth fight. Almost worthy of Fight of the Night. If they still gave out awards for 2 Fight of the Night, I would put this on there with what would win. So, yeah, we're going to move on to the co-main event now. And next up is the redemption story. Jesse Taylor, the man who blew his chance to be on the Ultimate Fight Season 7 finale after he got drunk, kicked out a limousine window, and started harassing female members of hotel staff of the hotel that he was going to. And Dhiego Lima, who made his finale of Season 19, got knocked out by Eddie Gordon and sort of fell off the radar for a bit then. In what was actually a surprisingly good fight, didn't get Fight of the Night though, but I did enjoy the fight. Jesse Taylor managed to get the win in round 2 with a really good rear naked choke. In the first round, he had the entirety of the first round pretty much. He took down Lima, got really great ground transitions, peppered him with really good shots, really good couple of rear naked choke attempts. I won't say like 3 maybe. Landed pretty much almost all of his takedowns. And, took round 1. Round 2 started, and Jesse shot for a takedown, and Lima countered with a beautiful left hook that knocked Jesse down. Went to try and finish him, but couldn't, and eventually Jesse managed to get back and sink in the rear naked choke, and he got the win with it. So, let me check. That was pretty early into the second round. I thought this was a really good fight. I don't think Lima's going to suffer from this. I think he did really, really well. I want to see him return. Even though his most significant moment of the fight was in round 2 when he knocked down Jesse with that left hook, that counter left hook, I really don't think that he's going to suffer from losing anyway. I think he's going to carry on. I think Dan's going to give him another chance. And Jesse, a redemption story truly 9 years in the making. Like, he messed up really grossly on Season 7, came back Season 25, won the whole damn thing. Showcasing why he's one of the best wrestlers right now actually in the UFC, because he's in the UFC now. That's pretty fucking cool. I hope to see him actually do well and shine. And I hope to see what else Lima brings to the table. Obviously, Krause isn't going to go anywhere, and Tonga Likio I just really want to see fight again, because he's really, really good. Anyway, we're going to move on to the main event now, but well done to Jesse Taylor for winning a $290,000 grand prize. It was $250,000, but I think they changed it. Yeah, they did. It was really weird. Also, we had Matt Brown and Dan Henson in his corner. Team Quest. Really, really good American team. So, MMA camp. So, yeah, really good. And we're going to move on to the main event now before I keep rambling. Next up, the fight that did get Fight of the Night, and really deservedly so. It was amazing. Michael Johnson versus Justin Gaethje, or Gaethje. His surname is spelled Gaethje. Anyway, it was kind of unexpected that this would be the main event. Obviously, I think I briefly mentioned something about it yesterday when I did my review of TUF Season 25 Episode 12. Shameless plug. And really, really good showing from both guys in this particular fight as well. Well, I say really, really good. It was amazing. Michael Johnson got a few not really knockdowns. He wobbled Gaethje a lot though with his shots. Gaethje did manage to retort. It was really back and forth, really, really exciting. Then the bell sounded, then they went to round 2. And it was more of the same stuff, but Gaethje managed to get a really good recovery, especially after a swiveling right uppercut from Michael Johnson, which rocked him in the first place. That was a really good move. He circled really well away from Gaethje's strikes and just got through his defense with it as well, because Gaethje has a really weird defense. He likes to cover his head up with his arms and then duck when he's raising a scrap. apparently this Gaethje style, he really likes to force it into a war, which was exactly what Michael Johnson was trying to avoid, but he failed pretty miserably at that. As we saw the result when he was knocked out. Well, when he lost by TKO to Gaethje by TKO punches and knees, it was a really good near the end of round 2 as well. It was a really good showing from both guys. Definitely worthy of fight of the night. Might be in my top 10 of fights of the year. It was really exciting, really back and forth. I enjoyed it. It's the kind of war that I enjoy, you know? Not all wars have to last 5 rounds to be a fight of the year candidate. They can end really easily and they can just be amazing. So, yeah, I've got no problem with this. It was a really good job from both guys. On the whole, wrapping up the season of season 25 of The Ultimate Fighter, it was good, you know, it was a redemption season. Like, a lot of fighters from old seasons who... In fact, even a couple of winners, because Eddie Gordon won season 19 and Joe Stevenson won season 2. Yeah, it was really good between them. I already, mentioned it, yesterday when I did my review of the episode. Yeah, personally, I think... I don't really know if fight of the season, but knockout of the season has to go to Ida-san after he knocked out Joe Stevenson, and submission of the season I personally give to JC Taylor when he taps out James Crosser with that brilliant guillotine choke. Fight of the season, I know there was a couple of them. I'm going to have to quickly mooch at the tournament bracket while I remember, and not accidentally click the WordPad thing like I almost did. Da 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 da. I know there was some good ones. It's very difficult to actually call. I think that was actually Lima versus Tongalicchio. I think that was fight of the season for me. So yeah, really good. And that'll pretty much wrap it up now for for this thing. Also, Justin Gaethje was the other guy who got performance of the night for his win of Michael Johnson, as well as getting fight of the night. So for a UFC debutant to not only be in a main event, but to also get 2 huge bonus awards in his pocket already, that's impressive. I'm going to keep my eye on Gaethje. And yeah, obviously Michael Johnson not going to suffer from his loss, especially considering that he put out a great performance of his own. So that'll officially about do it. I'll see you all tomorrow for UFC 213. Nunes versus Shevchenko 2. That's going to be amazing. Also, all I remember Forrest Griffin, Michael Bisping, and Kazushi Sakuraba and Francis Ngannou. All really great fighters. Sakuraba in the Hall of Fame, obviously, so is Forrest. We're in the crowd watching the TUF 25 live finale event, so that was nice. I said I'd start rambling and I still am. Anyway, yeah, I'll see you all tomorrow for UFC 213. I'm really looking forward to it. On the whole, for this UFC, yeah, it was for this UFC event. Obviously, it was okay. It was kind of lacking in some areas. It had a lot of fighters that went the distance that weren't great, but they were good enough and they ticked all the right boxes. So it was an above average event, personally. I did like it and I would watch it again, but not more than once in a row, if that makes sense. And not anytime soon. But it was enjoyable, it was fun. I did what I needed to do, and it was a pretty good way to cap off the redemption season of the Ultimate Fighter, so can't really complain. I'll see you all tomorrow. I've said this like the third time in a row now. I'll see you all tomorrow for UFC 213, Nunes vs Shevchenko 2. Take care, farewell, you're awesome, bye bye.